With us today.
Hi.
And I'll tell you what, last night's show was absolutely incredible. That was so fun to watch.
It was. We were glued to the
iPad.
Watching it the entire 4.5, 5 hours.
5 hours of just insaneness.
Fun. Yeah.
And little Marley's right here. He's so excited about being on the show today. Look at that's Marley. Look at him.
He's a little
fireball right now. He's not happy.
He was on Dave's shoulder just right now, right outside the door. And Dave, I don't know, Marley took a flying leap right into the door. So I don't know if he thought the door was open, but yeah.
We're going to give him some snackies right here. He'll be okay.
So he'll be all right.
We're giving him a little snack. And this is the mango I usually give him right before the show goes live.
These are mango pods that we get from Exotic Nutrition and for, little monkey treats.
They got little vitamin D in them for him. It makes him really happy. And it's okay. It's okay. He's trying to get away. He wants. Yeah. He doesn't want to eat. Sit in my hand. Here, bud.
He had a rough time a little while ago. But anyway,
there you go.
Welcome to the show. We're happy to have you. Right? Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday.
It is Thursday, and you know what that means? That means you get to text any question you want to my beautiful wife, Kelly Girl. She's going to do her very best to answer your questions. And if she has to, she'll
make something up.
Yeah, she'll make something up that sounds super intelligent.
Yeah.
How can you do that? Well, you can text us at 949-374-0786. And we'll get started here, gang, as soon as you start sending in your questions. I'm sorry, I'm trying to make sure everything's good to go. I was doing the thing I'm not supposed to do. I was reading.
Because we're going to text
off the teleprompter, gang. It's super important, so I don't get in trouble, to text message 949-374-0786. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Thank you all for joining us. Let us know also what you thought of that show last night, because we broke our record. Mm-hmm. We had 21,000 watched minutes last night.
Wow.
That's an incredible number. That is just mind-boggling number. I know we're on to something really good here. The guy, Tony, and his friends that were out fishing with Justin last night, they had a phenomenal time. I don't know if you watched the show, but they got to catch
a thresher
mm-hmm. shark, a bunch of lobsters, mm-hmm. crabs. They just had a really good time. They got to learn a lot about Long Beach, LA Harbor.
Wow.
It was just phenomenal, right?
Justin is such a phenomenal guide. I mean, he's great. He's very informative. I think he does a great job.
I think all those years of him being on television as the Venom Hunter, mm-hmm. I think that really molded him to work.
Yeah. He's great.
He's very good with the people, answering everybody's questions. Gang, if you did not get to watch that show, you can go look at it right now on Facebook. I know you got a lot of you are scared of Facebook, but don't be afraid. Everything's going to be okay. You don't have to get involved with all that other stuff going on over there. Just go in there and look. Go to your Saltwater guide, like you're watching me right now, and see what Kelly Girl and I are talking about. It was insane, right?
It was.
It was pretty fun to watch, right?
Yeah. To watch it on an iPad screen or a computer screen or whatever is fun, but
we need to watch it on the big screen.
But no, we need to actually be there.
We are going to be there.
That was what I was getting at.
We're going to come up in Southern California in the Christmas time, which is now, but we're going to go up there and we're going to do a special guest celebrity appearance somewhere, somehow. You guys will figure it out. We're going to announce that in a week or so, but gang, we got all kinds of cool stuff going on. Pacific Sportfishing Alliance is a big sponsor of our shows on Thursday. Larry and the guys have invited Kelly Girl and I to come up to their lodge in Alaska in September. Ooh. We're going to be going up there. We're going to be fishing salmon and halibut and Dungeness crabs and trout. And you're going to have an opportunity to join us on that trip. It's going to be incredible. We have a friend now that's daughter said she'll stay in our house and watch Marley, which makes us both very, very happy because Marley's super important to both of us. We love that little feller, but we also love our kitties too. Somebody has to come and take care of our whole operation here, the Hansen Zoo.
And it is a zoo, let me tell you. It's a zoo. We have, it's been a zoo.
The little tunnel that Peter gave him, he was just standing on it.
He loves all those
things. My gosh. Tell everybody who's going to be on the show tomorrow and how excited you are.
Well, oh my gosh.
IGFA Hall of Fame captain.
Pete Grossbeck.
Very close personal friend of ours.
Uncle Pete, as Marley refers to him. He says Uncle Pete to Marley. He's going to be on the show tomorrow. This is fabulous. I cannot wait. Ladies, if you don't know who Pete Grossbeck is, Google him. Nobody wears short shorts, OP shorts like him. Okay, I'm just saying. No.
Peter Grossbeck got to work with Jim Jenks, the owner of OP, and they put together the first mothership operation that any of us had ever heard of. Pete's going to get way in depth talking about that, but really what is an incredible accomplishment is that he's the IGFA Hall of Fame captain. This man has done so much in his lifetime. And we have so many phenomenal stories. Just so you all know, tomorrow's show is going to go way beyond an hour. It's going to go way beyond an hour. My buddy Elliot's going to produce it, and then he has some stuff to do. But Pete and I will be here talking. So if you're thinking, hey, they're still going at 1 o'clock, well, we're going to be going. Pete has a lot to talk about. He has some phenomenal stories, some that I know, some that I don't know. We're going to get deep into that world tour of the OP boat when he took that thing around the world with a farmer's almanac. That was what he had. And there was no electronics back then. And the stories are going to be incredible. But also, he is just a really good human being. And he's very good friends of both of ours. Kelly girl has a crush on him.
I'm just honored to be able to say, hello, hi, Pete. He knows who I am. He's
so you're all in store for one heck of a show tomorrow, gang. We're bringing out the big guns tomorrow. There's going to be unbelievable show. So you don't want to miss it. You want to share it with all your friends and stuff. And we're going to open it up at the end of the show for questions for Pete. So if you have questions about anything to do with fishing in the world, anywhere in the world, Peter's got all kinds of things.
And he's the guy you want to ask if you do have questions. Not that you're not, but you know what I mean.
And he's a phenomenal boat builder, and he put together some of the most incredible boats that have fished some of the most unbelievable destinations. He's right in the middle of putting together a beautiful 90-foot Viking for his boss. He runs a operation called Control and Total Chaos. Got boats all over the place. One down here in Cabo. He's got boats everywhere, gang. You're going to hear all about it tomorrow. It's going to be pretty insane.
I can't wait.
Pretty exciting show.
Yes.
Gang, don't forget, though, you can text us right now. Text the show. Kelly Girl's got the phone. She's going to read the questions. I know they're coming in. I know there's lots of them coming in for sure. And I know my good buddy John Stanley starts out with the first question. He's very, very good at that. So maybe Kelly Girl can read that question and we can get this show started. What do you think?
Let's go.
Let's do this, baby girl.
All right. So this is from John Stanley. He wants to know what my favorite holiday is here in Cabo. And that is hands down Halloween. Before we moved here, Halloween was okay to me, but here it is so fun and so festive here. And it's just a big deal. We go down to the marina and we pass out just I don't know how many pounds of candy.
Lisa Paul, Cubby Paul's wife, brought 25 pounds of candy.
And it's just crowds and crowds of kids and their parents. And it's just so much fun. And the kids are so sweet and so appreciative. I love it.
And well-behaved. And
yes.
Thank you.
It's just fun.
Thank you. And gang, it's overwhelming. If you saw our live show, we did a live show down there in the harbor down in the marina in Cabo San Lucas while we were handing out the candy. People that were commenting were blown away. They'd never seen anything like this. I mean, we all grew up in an era where we could go out those of us, we grew up where we went out trick-or-treating when we were children and the neighborhood went trick-or-treating and you weren't scared of anything. That's how it is down here in Cabo San Lucas, gang. The whole marina is packed. They close the streets, and there's thousands of children. Thousands.
Yeah,
you run out
thousands.
of candy.
We went through that candy so fast. It was incredible.
25 pounds of candy. Not even. I bet you it wasn't even a half hour.
Yeah. And we just handed it out, one piece that, you know, to each child. And yeah, they're just so sweet and so happy. It was fun. It's fun. Halloween's my favorite.
Let everyone know they're commenting on there, and I can't.
Okay.
Guys, listen to Kelly Girl.
So I don't know how are they doing this? Where
on Facebook and YouTube.
So if you have a question, text Dave's
or a comment.
Text Dave's phone, because he's trying to read these comments on the screen and it's distracting to him, and he really doesn't know how to read, and so he gets all fumbled. And I'm just kidding. No, text his phone. I can read it, and we'll get those questions or comments read.
We'll get them answered. We'll do the very best we can, gang. It's a fun hour when we do this every Thursday. If you haven't ever seen our show before, we do this Monday through Friday at 12 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Each day has a sponsor and a theme. Today is Pacific Sport Fishing Alliance. We'll show their QR code a little later in the show. We'll talk more about what's going on. They have trips down here to Baja, down into Lopez Mateos. They have trips in Alaska during the season. Right now it's a little chilly up there, but Kelly Girl and I will be in Alaska in September. But all of our shows are themed. All of our shows are sponsored. Today is Text the Show Thursday. Kelly Girl is always my special guest. I mean, what the heck? She's the boss. Let's be perfectly honest. She's the boss. So text Kelly Girl, get your questions, comments, whatever you want to say to Kelly.
Yes, Dan and Kim, that is the Blue Hold boat, the Controlled Chaos.
Oh, yeah.
And then also Mark Rare wants to know, hi, Mark. Say hi to Jen. How does he send stars?
What you got to do is you're not going to do that, Mark, but you got to put money into your account. You have to put money in your account on Facebook, and then you can send the stars. Gang, the stars actually help Kelly and I out tremendously because we're basically running a zoo here. Mm-hmm. We have a couple of cats that live out in our backyard. Then we have a couple of rescue cats that live inside our house. And then we have this beautiful rescue monkey like Justin talks about all the time. All that going on, your stars help us out tremendously. It's a way to give us tips. It's a way to share with us and let us know that you appreciate what we're doing every day. You appreciate the show. You appreciate the guest. I mean, for just a second, Kelly's got some questions or comments to read, but how phenomenal was Chris yesterday? I had so much fun with Chris. He is a plethora of information, plus the fact that he's on the magical island of San Clemente talking to us live. I mean, that stuff just blows my mind. And it was such a fun show yesterday, gang, and it went by like that. And that's how tomorrow will be. That's how today will be with my beautiful wife. An hour goes by so flippin' fast, it blows my mind. All right.
Tomorrow's going to go so fast. All right, here we go. Let's go to the questions. This is from Darren, and he wants to know if there's any lobster hooping in Cabo.
No, you're not allowed to take lobsters in Mexico. The lobsters from the Mexican border all through the country are for them. Who are them? The residents of Mexico. Kelly and I are illegal aliens down here. No, I'm just teasing, but we're not full-fledged Mexicans. We will be someday, but we're not right now. So if you're a citizen of Mexico, you are allowed to go diving and catch a lobster, do that. You can't hoop net down here. It's against the law. It doesn't matter who you are. There's no hoop netting in Mexico. But as far as possession of lobsters in Mexico, if you did not purchase them and have a receipt with you, like if you're driving around and you got a bunch of lobsters in your boat or your car and you don't have a receipt for them, that's not a good thing. And the co-op down here that handles all the commercial lobsters, they're the same lobsters that we have in California. They're the spiny lobsters. They're the most sought after lobsters in the world. I know you guys on the East Coast love your lobsters with the claws in them. Those are actually crawdads, but you can call them lobsters if you like. But ours are more expensive. I don't want to say better because like Tommy Gomes told me, you grew up eating the East Coast crawdad lobster things. That's what you like to eat. The West Coast spiny lobster, lobsters in Mexico, they're the most sought after. China pays $100 a pound for them. They're $38 a pound at the fish market right now. They're an amazing animal, but you can't possess them here in Mexico unless you have a receipt.
All right.
Hopefully that answered that question. I'm sorry. That's how I answer questions. I get off on tangents.
Okay, this is from Tim Ogilvy. Hi, Tim.
Tim, I hope you're feeling better. I hope everything's good. He had surgery yesterday on his shoulder.
Oh my! I hope you're doing well.
He's getting recovered so he can pull those hoop nets later with Pablo.
Nice. He wants to know if Marley gets to roam the house on his own, or does he stay in his room? All
right. So here's what we've started doing with Marley. We live in a 2-story home. We have videos on our social media. It shows our house and how cool it is and everything. What we've just started doing with Marley, and I think he likes it, don't you, Kel? Yeah. We take Marley downstairs, and we have all the doors closed except the door in his room. He knows where his room is, and we'll put him on the floor downstairs, and he runs as fast as his little monkey butt will get him up the stairs.
And I'm at the top of the stairs cheering him on. Hey, Marley, go, go, go. And he's running so fast, his little legs are trying to go up the steps.
But he basically stays in his room. That's his safe place. Let's be honest. Marley was abused when he was a little monkey.
Yeah.
He did not have a good life. He has a phenomenal life now.
Yeah.
He's come leaps and bounds. Like when we started the show and I was holding him last year, that would have never happened. We never get close enough to touch him. He has come a long ways. He starts his mornings off with Kelly and I while we're watching cartoons in the morning, having our coffee. Marley hangs out in the bedroom with us. I feed him yogurt off my finger, or I feed him banana slices. And he loves Kelly Girl rubbing his back and rubbing his little monkey balls with the toothbrush. Yeah. He has a good time with us, but it wasn't like that. He was very neglected and very, very abused when he was little. Yeah.
It's hard to talk about because, it's sad. It's very sad, but he's still very
scared of everything.
What's the word? Jumpy. If like you go to put your hand up behind him or something, he just gets so scared and freaks out even now. And so it's just heartbreaking, but hopefully he'll get better one day.
What's amazing, gang, also is this little cage. We got him when we first got him. This is his safe place. He'll spend all the days in here. He'll get out and wander around the room. But as soon as Kelly and I come back in here, he's back in his little cage. He loves to be in here. Mm-hmm. The doors are all open.
We don't close the doors or shut them. The only time we do that is at night. And I don't even know why do we do that at night.
Because of the cats.
But we have the door closed.
No, I know, but so somehow magically the cats get in here. We don't know how it happens, but it's a magic show. And then all of a sudden, the big fat black cat will be pounding at the door, and we're like, how did you get in his room?
Yeah.
So we keep the cage closed at night for the fact that we don't want our cats eating Marley, because that would be devastating to wake up and find Marley in Finn's belly.
Yeah, that would be awful. It'd be awful. So, yeah.
So he doesn't get to run free in the house because he doesn't want to. If he wanted to, he could, but his safe place is up here. And it's really strange, gang. At 4:30 every day, he goes to sleep. Mm-hmm. He didn't fall into Gavin Newsom's time change thing. So at 4:30, which would be 3:30 your guys' time, Marley crawls underneath the blankets in his cage and goes to sleep every day. And we don't see him until from 4:30 in the afternoon till 7 o'clock the next morning. Yeah. He doesn't sleep during the day. He doesn't take naps. We keep him pretty active. One of us is in here with him all the time because these monkeys, they die of loneliness. Yeah.
It's sad. It's very sad. So I think of him as just like a child. I wouldn't put a child in a room by itself and never talk to him. So I talk to him just like I'm talking to you guys, right? Anyway, so that's that. We love little Marley. We'll do whatever it takes to get him to,
have a good life.
Yeah. So, all right.
That's why we need your stars.
I'm like, I can't. Oh, I do have my glasses right here. I'm not sure who this is from, but they want to know, what does Dave want for Christmas this year? This is from, I don't know who this is from. Oh, Brian. This is from Brian. Brian's Sawecki.
All right, Brian. So what I would like for Christmas this year,
I have no idea,
is I would like to make sure that my family is all healthy and well. Both of my boys, both of their wives, both of their babies and Kelly's son Riley. I hope that they all have the most insane holiday they could possibly have. I hope everything goes smooth, that the children are safe, and that they're all going to be okay. That's my number one concern, is that our family is fine. I know Kelly girl's going to be okay because I'm here and I'm going to always take care of Kelly, but my kids are the number one concern. I want to make sure that they're all going to be okay, and my grandbabies and everybody, and I hope they all have a phenomenal Christmas. That's all I want. I know I don't need a gift. I don't care about gifts. That's not the thing. It's health. It's health. And then I hope I get to see them next year, because I had a really good time this year hanging out with my grandkids. It was phenomenal. And that's my whole life, is my kids. That's everything I've done ever, is so that they can live the best life they could possibly have.
Aw, you're going to make me cry. You're crying. Dave's about to cry. You're very emotional. You're very sensitive. People don't know that about you, but you are. Okay, this is from Mike Lewis. Hi,
oh,
Mike
my gosh,
Lewis.
Mike, how are you?
And he wants to know if I've tried the fish tank feet massage yet. No, I haven't, and I probably will not, because I'm very ticklish. Like, I'm pretty ticklish. I don't like to be. I don't like massages or anything like that, because I'm just very ticklish. So I'm gonna have to take a hard pass on that one. But I will. I like watching the videos of you guys doing it. But no,
Josh, thank you very much for
Josh.
that tip
He's
too.
so sweet. He is so sweet.
Always taking care of us. Ace, Josh, Mike, Augie, Darren, Dan and Kim, all of you that are always constantly taking care of us. We appreciate the heck out of it. You have no idea how much I appreciate it. It's amazing. It's amazing the love that I feel from all of you. It is. It's absolutely amazing every day. Everywhere I go, when I go to the airport, I fly anywhere, I go down to the marine, wherever I go, it's always funny. I run into so many people that just tell me how much they enjoy watching us and how much they enjoy everything. It blows my mind. It just fills my heart up.
Yeah.
And it makes me know that I'm doing the right thing by doing this show, because it's 5 days a week, gang. Think about this. Kelly girl, Wednesday, what do I do all day Wednesday?
You're working.
Edit videos. I have to have 28 videos ready to go for Elliot on Thursday.
Yes.
And then
all I know is you're always working. You're always working, doing something, editing, doing game plans,
talking on the phone.
It's
do I talk on the phone?
You talk on the phone all day, every day, 24/7, and 3 times on Sunday, right? But yeah, you're hard worker. You definitely work a lot. Dave, what's the best way to cook thresher?
What I love, oh my gosh, thank you. That is awesome. So what I do, we used to steak them when we were kids. I used to shark fish. Devo, you were there. We used to shark fish like whenever we had an open minute, we went shark fishing. And makos and threshers, and we would eat the heck out of them. But thresher shark is way better than mako. And so we used to steak them all the time and cook the big steak. Then I got to watch Tommy Gomes one year at the Fred Hall show, and he filleted a thresher, and he had the fillet of thresher, and then he marinated it in Kikkoman teriyaki sauce. That is so I like to take it and fillet it, and then cut it into cubes, and then marinate it in a Ziploc bag. I know that's terrible to put any food in a Ziploc. I don't know. That's what they're all telling us on Mike's video. That Ziploc bag's bad for you. Whatever. If it was bad for you, I don't know how I'm here. But I marinated in the Ziploc bag for a day. Let it set in the fridge in the teriyaki sauce. And make sure all the meat is under teriyaki. And then I grill it. And it comes out just incredible. It's super moist. It just sucks up that teriyaki flavor. Thresher shark's one of my very most favorite fish to eat.
Ah. I haven't had any, actually. We haven't.
No.
We had that thresher, the the one I caught years ago. But we ended up giving it away, all the meat to I can't remember who, but anyway. Hi, Jeff Taggart. Jeff Taggart's watching.
Nice.
So here's another question from Dan and Kim, and they want to know if you, Dave, brought back stuffing from your latest trip to from California. No, he did not, because I had already brought some back when I was in California the week before, or a couple days before. I bought.
When you were up visiting your mom.
I was visiting my mom, so I brought home about 3 or 4 boxes of stuffing. And we went to Walmart.
La Promar.
Or was it La Promar?
Yeah, last night.
We went to the grocery store 2 nights ago. They had
big night out for us.
Yeah.
You don't understand.
It was our date night. We went to the grocery store. It was so fun. It was so exciting. Dave only yelled at me maybe 5 times. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, I'm just kidding.
But no, they have boxes and boxes and boxes of stuffing at the grocery store, which we've never seen down here. And you know that, Kim and Dan, because we talk about it. But now all of a sudden, now that we have a stock of stuffing, they have stuffing for sale down here. It's pretty bizarre.
Yes. Thank you for that. Here's another question. Explain how we got Marley, how we found Marley in Mexico City.
Well, one of our next door neighbor, Andreas, was telling us that there was this monkey that had nowhere to go. He was living this horrible life
with another family,
with a family of little kids screaming and carrying on with them. And he was friends of his, and he asked and I was like, I've always wanted a monkey. I had no idea. I was like, wow, really? We could have a monkey? Kelly girl, she's a smart one here. She's like, dude, we don't need a monkey.
We don't. Well, I said we don't know anything
about taking care of a monkey. We're not
qualified to take care of a monkey. I mean, we're barely qualified to take care of ourselves sometimes. But no, I'm just kidding. We're really good at parenting. But a monkey, I just thought, we don't know anything about marmoset monkeys, and I don't know anything. And I just was like, I mean, that's my 2 cents, Dave. I don't think it's a good idea.
But I did it anyway. And so we opted to adopt the monkey, and we said we would take care of him if we could get the monkey over here. We didn't know what that was going to entail. It wasn't a good thing the way they shipped the monkey. It'll make us cry if we start talking about it. But when he showed up at our house, it was pretty traumatizing. It was terrifying.
It was heartbreaking for us. I can't imagine what he was
going through in his little body. Because he's like a little, I don't know if you've seen him. His head's the size of my thumb. He's a tiny, tiny little monkey. He is so tiny. Where are you?
He's like a little person. He's, primates, they're the closest thing to us, I guess.
Humans.
And he's just like a little person, and he's very smart, and he's just so sweet. And
But the shape he showed up in was
sad. It was very sad.
Wasn't very good. He has a phenomenal life now. I mean, Kelly can't go shopping without buying him a toy. The cats and Marley get toys every flipping day. They have a great life, though. They have a wonderful life. They eat good stuff. And yeah, Mike, he loves his little mealworms. He's a good little monk now. He's come a long, long ways, but that's because tons of love.
Yeah, we've invested so much time with him, and we just try to,
make sure he lives the best life he can.
Let's see. So somebody wants to know, how hard is it for you, Dave, to refrain from cussing during your show?
Well, I don't know why. I can't really explain it, but there's something inside me that allows me to not. I know if you've been around me at all in the real world, it's quite a feat. I remember when my dad, I'm just trying to find the QR code, Cal. That's what I'm trying to do for Pacific Sportfishing Alliance. I'm going to get a spank in here in a minute if I don't find this QR code pretty quick, and I'm not finding it. Pacific Sportfishing Alliance?
Right there.
Right.
In the middle. Right there. Go up.
Oh, yeah, gang. Don't forget to check out Pacific Sportfishing Alliance. Do us a favor. Download that. Grab that QR code. You're going to help Kelly Girl and I. You're going to help us so that Larry understands the power of your saltwater guide. You want to download that QR code. It's very simple and easy. Hit it with your telephone. That's going to get you over there to Pacific Sport Fishing Alliance to get you into having a bucket list dream trip of a lifetime, either in Mexico or in Alaska. Plus, think about the trip. We're going to start posting the dates on the 1st of January that Kelly Girl and I are going. If you're thinking about fishing in Alaska, Kelly Girl and I are going in September. You want to be on that trip. It's going to be insane. And we're going to be staying at Larry's Lodge up there. So it's going to be insane. You want to be a part of that? Grab that QR code. Please do us a favor and grab it. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. Larry can see how many people have grabbed it. I just need you to do that for me. Do me a favor and grab the QR code. It's free. Please.
Please.
Please, please, please. It's not going to hurt you. It won't hurt you. I promise. There's no way for him to get in your wallet.
So how was the trip to Lopez Mateo? But didn't Larry go?
Yeah, he has an operation over there. He's got stuff going on. We were supposed to be there for Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay. I got you.
I didn't know you wanted to go. And then I found out that Kelly would have gone and we could have gone to Lopez Mateo's. Marley could have taken care of himself here.
Yeah,
everything would have been okay. But yeah, you want to check out Pacific Sport Fishing Alliance. Check out Larry and the gang over there. There's so many different things going on over there. Check it out. Grab the QR code. It's free to grab the code. It won't hurt you, and you'll help us out tremendously by grabbing that code.
All right, are we ready?
Back to what we're talking about, gang. We got more comments. You guys want to get in on leaving a comment? Kelly, tell them how.
Well, you could leave a comment, text your comment to 949-374-0786 or your question. You can text a question and I'll read it.
And we'll answer it.
Otherwise, Dave's
to the
just
best
going
of
to
our
keep
ability.
fiddling with it.
I'll just keep
doing
that I'm not supposed to do, but I got to do what I got to do.
But you do it. Everything you do is something you're not supposed to do. You're always
pretty much.
You're always in trouble.
Pretty much.
Okay. Can corroded guides be cleaned, or are they junk when they turn green?
Well, here's the deal. Those old guides that turn green on the rods, what's going to happen is if you rub your finger over it, it's going to have little sharp edges, little mar spots, because that corrosion, it causes pit marks in the guide. So if you take the best thing to do is take your pinky finger and rub it around the guide. And if you feel any type of groove, you got to get rid of them. There's no way out. You can't magically put it together. And in the big scheme of things, it's not that expensive to get a new guide or two put on your rod. And if you have a rod like that where the guides are turning green, that rod is ancient. Those guides, that was 70s, 80s stuff. Those guides need to be replaced anyway, especially nowadays, fishing with the braided line and stuff. It's going to mar those guides anyway. They weren't designed to fish with that. They had that nickel plating on them, and then they're brass. And so they don't stand up that well. So if you have some guides that are green, the best thing to do is have your rod rewrapped. There's plenty of people. My buddy Dave Burris and I are putting together a rod wrapping operation on the website, yoursaltwaterguide.com. And don't forget, Kel, yoursaltwaterguide.com right now, we're offering you a
phenomenal deal.
Phenomenal deal.
And a great Christmas gift. How easy.
$350 for a lifetime membership to our website.
So it's $350 one time, and you get access to everything on your site, right?
Everything.
That's crazy.
You never pay. You're never going to get a bill again. It's done. I'm not going anywhere. Kelly's not going anywhere. We're going to have this going. Justin, Pablo, Sonny, they're always giving the reports, the game plans. Today's game plan Thursday. Every Thursday at 3:30, we tell you exactly where to go to catch fish in Southern California. You never have to suck at fishing again unless you're into it. So grab that QR code, gang. Or not QR code. Grab that great deal.
Yeah, because the site's only going to get better from here. It's only going to get better, more content here on out. It's not going to.
It's not going to get worse.
It's not going to get worse. I mean, it's not bad, but
nobody moved those rocks. They're all still there.
It's a good deal.
And you can call me at 949-374-0786. Talk to me personally. I'll give you a tour of the website for a few minutes. We'll go walk through it, and then you can make your own decision if it's worth the $350.
To be able to call him at any time and talk to him, that alone is worth the price, right?
Thank you,
come on,
hon.
let's be real.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, where were we? Let's see. Okay, that's it. That's all.
No more questions. No more
No.
comments. Nobody's got nothing. Nobody's got nothing, huh? Nobody's got
What
nothing.
happened to the other guide in San Francisco?
What?
What happened to your other guide in San Francisco?
I don't know. He kind of just fell off the map. He was calling me every day and
Are we
talking to me. The kid up there.
Okay.
But he wasn't in San Francisco. He's in Washington.
Washington.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to that young man. It's getting hot in here, though.
Mm-hmm.
Gang, 949-374-0786. If you want to talk to Kelly Girl, if you got something you want to talk about, text her. She'll be more than happy to answer your questions, gang. Those of you that watched the show last night, it's so cool that the show, they're out there hoop netting on the ocean, showing it live. You're getting to see the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting to see the hoop nets come up either with stuff in them or not. Yeah. And then when you ask questions, it's so cool because Justin interacts with you and he answers all the questions and he tells you what you need to know.
It's just exciting. You never know what are they going to pull? What's going to be in the net this time? And yeah, you just don't know. You could play games, huh? Like we did that the other day or a couple nights ago. You bet. Like, what do you think's going to be in this net? Do you think there's going to be a lobster? How many? It's fun. You can do it with your kids. It's just fun. There's a lot you can do. It's a good time for sure.
Absolutely. And then Tony, that was so fun watching you last night. You were having so much fun on the boat. And they caught a nice thresher shark. Everything was just so fun last night. It was just a great night out on the water, wasn't it?
It was. So we have another question. This is from Pablo.
Hey, Pablo.
Hi, Pablo. Hi, Kate. He wants to know, how does Kate and I put up with you and him? And I'm not quite sure how she does it, but I don't have it down. It's hard. It's hard. I haven't figured it out yet. I don't drink alcohol, so I can't do that. But no, Dave's pretty cool. He's pretty cool. He can be a handful, but
I don't know how they handle us, Pablo. And right now, you going through this recovery, I'm sure you're just a real beauty to be around. And you're probably
Kate.
Yeah, she's probably having a good time. But remember, she just had that foot thing going on, right. So he was taking care of her. So I guess it's payback time.
Yeah. Anyway.
But yeah, Kelly has a rough time with me.
I do. He is a handful. If all of you that know Dave, that have known Dave for a long time, you know what I'm talking about. He's a handful, but he is definitely.
Greg Warren, you got to call me, buddy. We got to get this thing straightened out with the website. Please call me after the show at 949-374-0786. Greg, call me. And Kelly Girl, Greg asked a question. I know he can't follow. He's like me. He can't follow simple direction.
Greg, come on now. Let's see. Well, I can't read.
Where did you catch that world record lobster? He wants to know.
I don't want to tell.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. It was in Long Beach.
Yeah, but where? That's a big harbor.
That's about as much info as I can give out.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Yeah, because that was 20 years ago. And they're
20 years ago.
17?
It wasn't 20 years ago.
17. 17 years ago.
Okay.
She caught it right by Nachos, right? On the break wall there. Yep.
Yes, sir. That's where it all happened. Very exciting. This is from Rob, your main dude.
Hey, Rob.
He wants to know who is the better cook, and what is the best recipe or dish you are each known for. So who would you say is the better cook, me or you?
I would love anything Kelly cooks. I love.
What do you normally tell me when I ask you, what would you like for dinner?
I'll eat poo on a piece of bread if that's what you made, because you made it. And it's going to be phenomenal.
Dave's easy. But, I mean, aren't there things that I do cook that are
Oh, my God. She makes the most incredible salads. Like, Cubby Paul's watching right now. These salads come out of the bowl. They weigh like 8-10 pounds, the salad. It's incredible. She has so many little snacks in the salad. I mean, oh my God, all the little specialty things, the deep fried onion, the craisins, the chunks of blue cheese,
and my latest is a Chinese chicken salad, right?
Yeah, that were
that's
oh
so
my
good.
God,
Healthy,
with
super
wasabi and
really
soy
good.
sauce and ponzu sauce. But Kelly girl makes some incredible meals, though. She
I
cooks
make a pretty mean
ribs,
meatloaf too.
meatloaf, gang. With Kelly's, I'm a meatloaf connoisseur. Kelly makes the most incredible meatloaf. I can eat the whole pan, and I will. It might take 2 days, but that's all I'm eating. I'm eating meatloaf for dinner, breakfast, lunch. I'm eating meatloaf. Her meatloaf is to die for. It is absolutely incredible with some mashed potato. The glazed topping that she puts on there, the way she cooks the ketchup on there. I'll tell you, my mouth is watering. Some meatloaf would be phenomenal tonight.
Dave is a good cook. So I have to tell this funny story. When I first started dating, well, I was like, no, I think we'd been together for a while, but Dave had never really cooked for me, but he kept going on and on and on and on, bragging about this baked chicken dish that he is, loves.
Me and
really
my
good,
boys
really
ate
good, and he can't wait to make it for me. And finally, he made it, and I was like, all right, let's have it. And we sit down to eat, and the chicken is raw, and it had. I mean, I don't like eating meat off of bone, like chicken. I just wanted everything like deboned first. But anyway, the chicken. Remember that the chicken was raw, and it was bad. It was really bad. I thought, oh my God, what am I going to do?
To be perfectly honest with you, gang, I wasn't really focused on the cooking of the chicken.
Why?
I was pretty much infatuated with the fact that Kelly girl was even talking to me, let alone living with me. So I didn't really pay much attention to the goddamn chicken.
It showed.
Let's be perfectly honest. That's not what it was all about. Hey, Frank Brennan, nice to see you, buddy. Ace, thank you very much, Devo, for the tip, man. That'll help the monkeys and the cats. Thank you very much, everybody. All your tips and all your stars, we appreciate the heck out of it, gang. Let us know if we're entertaining you. Got it? What do you got, baby?
All right, here we go. Do you guys have a lifetime licenses? Wait. Lifetime licenses before you went to? Oh, did we have lifetime licenses before we came to Mexico?
I'm not following the question.
I don't
lifetime licenses for what?
I don't know. Fishing. I'm assuming, right? I don't know.
I've never had a lifetime anything. And we didn't have lifetime licenses. We don't have them now. If it's fishing, we buy a yearly license every time. Down here in Mexico, we buy yearly fishing licenses also. But if that's what the question is, then no. And if your driver's license, they work fine down here. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what the question really is, but whatever it is, I try to answer it the best I can.
If you want to text, make a little
949-374-0786. We still got plenty of time if you got some great questions.
This is from Jason in San Diego, and he wants to know what's the best way to cook lobster and what's our favorite or your favorite recipe.
This is the only way we cook it. This is the only way Kelly girl and I are going to eat it. We have no desire to have it barbecued or grilled. We don't like dry lobster. We don't like it. We don't like it. We don't like it. We don't like it. We don't enjoy it. We don't want to go to your house and try your way of doing it.
We would.
We would. We'll be kind, but
nice.
we're not going to like it.
We're going to talk about it when we leave.
And now we're going to talk about it on the show. Here's how I cook it. It's phenomenal. It works flawless every time. I like my lobsters firm, and I like them juicy. We boil our lobsters always. And for years, when I first met Kelly girl, I was fishing lobsters every single night. I ran about, 200. I fished probably 250 days a year when I met Kelly. And that would be all summer and all winter. And during the winter time, we'd hoop net every night. And I would come home with lobsters every single night. Mm-hmm. And what I would do is call Kelly and I'd say, hey, I'll be home. And I'd get home at 2 or 3 in the morning every day. And I would go, hey, I'm going to be home in 45 minutes. Turn the water on. And she would put the pot of boiling water on. I would come in the house, and I mean, remember, I don't own any shoes, so it's flipping freezing in the wintertime, but I'm still not putting on shoes. And I don't wear rubber boots. The rubber boot makes your feet stink, make your your toenails yellow. I don't wear boots, rubber boots. I think they're silly. People used to come on the boat, fish with me, and they bring their boots, and I go, where in the heck do you think we're going? Because we aren't going there because I'm driving. You don't need shoes when you fish with me. And then people, I have to wear shoes. I'm sorry. That sucks to be you. But back to what we were saying. So I would drop those lobsters in the boiling pot of water. Then I'd jump in the shower, come out of the shower. I'd grab the biggest knife I have. I'd cut those lobsters, split the tail in half, chop the meat all up real fine, throw it in a cup, a big tumbler like the one Mike made me. Throw all the butter, a cube of butter, the tail all chopped up into the cup, throw it in the microwave for a minute so that the butter melts on the meat. And then we'd lay in bed and watch TV and eat lobsters every night. And it's phenomenal. And while you were fishing lobsters with me on the boat at night, when we were on the big boat, we would have lobsters all night long. We'd be cooking up the lobsters because you cannot measure the lobster. You don't know how many I have in my belly. You know you're allowed 7, but if us and all of our buddies are eating them, we're having more than our limit. I'm just telling you, good luck. Come get me. And so we'd be eating lobsters on the boat, and I'd make what we call lobster milkshakes. Everybody would have a tumbler full of lobsters while you're fishing lobsters. And they come out phenomenal. I do not like them on a grill. They get all stringy and dry or barbecued, or I don't like Baja style lobsters. I just don't like them. I don't want anybody cooking my lobster but me, and I only like to eat them boiled.
I need a lobster grilled. That sounds really good to me. Or, battered with, in like tempura. That sounds really good. I'm hungry. Can you tell? So yeah. Okay. When does lobster season end here in Southern California? Not here, but in Southern California, Dave.
It's going to end the first or the last. It's either the first. I think it's the first Wednesday of March.
Wait, we couldn't understand you.
Why? Because of the ice in my mouth?
You're chewing with something in your mouth.
The first Wednesday of March.
March
is what I think. But I'm sure there's a whole bunch of keyboard warriors that are going to tell me exactly what day it is. There's a bunch of people watching. I'm sorry. I'm not a real stickler on regulations.
You're not.
Isn't that weird? That's so hard to believe. Gang, if we ever did a pay-per-view and I could tell you some stuff about my life, it would blow your mind. We'd lose 3/4 of our audience if we did it here in an open forum. But
all right.
Yeah, even some of my attorney friends told me, you cannot tell those stories, Captain Dave.
Because you have a really, really good story that I wish you would tell about the whole lobster night. Remember?
I can't.
I wasn't. This was way. You
can't tell that story.
I think that's so funny. I mean, not funny. Yeah, it's funny.
Oh, terrifying. Funny. The most scared I've ever been in my whole life ever.
And what you did, though. What you did.
Yeah, we're not talking about. You're not bringing it out. No.
How you made other people take responsibility.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And they did. They were willing to do that for you. I just can't believe that happened. Anyway.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know. You'll have to ask Dave, personally call him up, ask him, hey, tell me that story.
Devo, do not write down what we're talking about.
Does he know?
Oh, God, yes.
That's a crazy story. Okay, Josh Blaze. Hi, Josh.
Hey, buddy. Hey. He's hanging out with your son.
I wish.
No, he is. He's hanging out with your son.
Okay.
He's in Iowa.
I know. He wants to know what's the best way to freeze lobster, if there is one.
Yeah, the way I do it, like I said, I have a hard time with. Remember, I'm just telling you, this is against the law. You cannot detach the tail from the body and have it in possession. It's against the law. It's against the law, okay? Right? Did we cover that?
Yeah.
It's against the law to detach the tail. But what I do is I take the tails and I put them in a Ziploc bag and I fill it up with water so that the tails are submerged in water, and I put them in the freezer.
What kind of water do you use?
Fresh
Just
water,
regular
right
tap
out of
water?
the tap.
Okay.
Right out of the tap. Kelly girl could tell you, we were pulling lobster. We had so many lobsters.
Oh my God. It was like we did not want to have another lobster. Remember that? We were
You
just
couldn't
like,
even
ugh.
close
We had
the
tons.
door
We
to
didn't
the
even want lobster.
freezer. We had a freezer in the garage full, and we had a freezer in the house full. But we would just take the bag out, rip the plastic off of it, drop the block of ice into the boiling water, and the tails come out. And we had tails in there that were years old, and they would be fresh like a daisy. So good.
Yes.
But it's against the law to do it that way. So remember that when you're doing it that way. Just remember that.
Right. Okay.
I didn't write the law. I'm just telling you that Dave Hansen did not tell you to do it that way, but that's the best way.
Okay. So I'm sorry. I don't know who this is, but the person who was asking about the lifetime licenses, he did mean lifetime California fishing licenses, and you're not an idiot. I just didn't understand.
No, that's okay.
Sorry. No, I don't know.
That's what we thought you were asking. We just
I'm
wanted to make sure you're not an idiot.
But thanks for asking. So,
but the lifetime fishing license thing was something I never did, and I should have, because I'm not going to not fish. I'm going to keep fishing forever. But that's a great thing. We got such a big audience. I'm so happy that you're all watching this.
So, okay.
And Trip and Tommy, you got to send if I read Tommy, it's a nice question and I want to read it. Tommy, you have to send it to Kelly, or Kelly reads it.
Here's a question for Dave. When using braid, I don't know, this could be a question for me. When using braid, do you directly, do you tie directly to the fluorocarbon, or do you use a mono top shot? And I can't read the last part. I can't see. Sorry. My eyes are
and the Opsin fluorocarbon. Gang, when I'm using, my reels are all filled to the brim with braided line, right up to the tip top, right up to the edge. If they're not filled to the edge, then I'm out of line. That's what I say. If it's not filled to the rim, we're out of line. And then I tie a piece 12 to 18 inches of fluorocarbon onto the end of it. My rods are 9 feet long, are 12 feet long. I have some jig sticks that are 12 feet long, but most of my rods are 9 foot long, medium heavy to heavy with a very soft tip. So I don't use any monofilament in any way, shape, or form. I don't need any of that stretch. The tip's going to absorb the shock when I set the hook, but I'm using just a very small piece of fluorocarbon because I don't think that the fish are cartoon fish. I don't think they come flying up to your bait and then stop and then look up 18 inches and go, oh, he's got it tied to his braid. I don't think they do that. I know that the industry, the people that sell fluorocarbon and sell rods and reels and all that, they want you to believe that we're fishing for cartoon fish, but we're not. We're fishing for fish. And I never, ever thought, well, what if I just had a longer piece of fluorocarbon? I never think that. If I can tie my hook, then it's long enough. That's how I do it. I just think that much. The fish is flying up to your bait, and he's going to, if there's a piece of braid right there, then he's going to stop. But if it's fluorocarbon, it's Opsin, it's clear, they're slamming that bait, they're eating it right away. There's no, I'm sorry. All I'm ever going to do is tell you the truth. Now, if some big conglomerate came to me one day and said, Dave, we need you to sell miles of fluorocarbon, we're going to give you and Kelly $1 million.
Right.
Then maybe I'll tell you need 900 feet of fluoro, but you don't. You don't. Just like last night. I'm going to talk about this for a minute.
Okay.
Last night, we did another experiment. We did it last year with this fish attractant spray that they tell you to spray on your bait when you go hooping.
Elaborate on that. The whole thing. You were talking to me about that last night. Go, keep on. I'm sorry.
It's so funny. People take this attractant spray and they spray it on their bait. And then they tell everybody, oh, it's because of the attractant. No, it's not. It's because of the bait. That attractant, that's a great gimmick. It catches fishermen wide open, full speed. Just like the spray on your lure that I see, hot sauce and all this garbage. Okay. We'll compare fish counts at the end of the day with any of you. I promise. I'll be right there with you. I don't spray any garbage on any of my stuff because I've been diving my whole life. And I've been fishing my whole life. I can't imagine that when you're casting your lure and you're winding it and it's a reaction bite, and the only reason they're reacting on it is because you got hot sauce on there. It's a great scam, though. I wish I would have come up with it. It's kind of like selling that brown water at Starbucks for $18 a cup of brown water and you put a bunch of sugar in it. I wish I would have come up with that idea. If you in your heart think you got to have crap sprayed all over your bait to catch something, then you do. I've never used it. And we showed the experiment last night again. It's a gimmick, gang.
Is that like the WD-40 thing?
Correct. Same type of gimmick.
That's weird.
Don't
use WD-40.
Believe me, I've caught enough lobster. I made a living doing it. A living. I made a living catching lobsters and teaching people how to catch lobsters. I'm sorry if you make that spray. Congratulations. What a bitchin' deal. You were able to. That is awesome. But you don't, gang, you're spraying this crap on your bait. People are going, oh. So last night we showed everybody one more time. We didn't put it on bait. We put it in there on, should I say?
Yeah.
We put it on tampons. The most absorbent thing we could come up with, Justin and I. We soaked the tampons in a water bottle. He showed the whole thing last night. Then we put the soaked in one of those roach coaches, the square box things that they sell. And we put it in there and we threw it all over to where we were catching lobsters. We didn't even get crabs in the damn net. Gang, everybody I talk to that says they catch them with that attractant spray on it, they're spraying it on bait.
Okay, so does this mask the scent of human scent? Is that what
No,
so
no.
I was just reading.
If you watch my videos on your saltwater guide, I worked with the aquarium in Long Beach back when I first started doing this hoop netting thing. And I was told by one of the biologists there that the big giant antennas on the lobster's head, our spiny lobsters have giant antennas, gang. If those on your East Coast don't understand. These antennas are able to pick up the electrical field coming off of the bait as it starts to decompose. All animals have an electrical field around them, okay? They're not attracted to stench. Contrary to popular belief, they're not. They may have crawled in your hoop net when you threw it out there when you had some stinky, dead, rotten fish. I'll guarantee you, though, if you use fresh bait, I'm not saying we catch limits every time, but once I figured out the fresh bait, the thing about me is I am willing to learn. I don't know everything, but I'm going to learn from people that do know way more than I do. I'm not going to learn from the guy at the tackle store that went out fishing with his sister's brother's aunt's cousin one day. I don't want to know what he knows. I can call Pete Grossbeck. I can call other guys that have been doing this way longer than I have. I listened to the biologist, and he told me about the decomposing of the bait and how it lets off electrical field in the water, and those antennas are there to pick. And when I started using fresh bait from the bait barge, our numbers went up dramatically, and they still do today. And that's the way we do it. I'm sorry.
And so that's why you use fresh dead.
Well, it's dead, but it just died.
So it's not alive when you chop it up to do.
It's in the bucket. Just died in the bucket, but it's pretty brand new. It's not. And we don't spray attractant on it. I'm sorry. If you sell attractant, I apologize from the bottom of my heart for ripping your blanket off.
He's just trying to keep it real, right?
But I'm just, all I got is my honesty.
Right. That's right. So let's see. Ace High has a question. He wants to know, how do I get blood out of your shirts?
Biz.
I don't
remember?
know. I don't. And here's why. Because I love it. I love any videos. Blood, right? How do I like that? It doesn't bother me.
That.
I like it.
Scales
so
stuck all over
it
my
on.
arms, blood on my feet, blood on my legs.
You should see all the shirts, though, that Dave has. Every shirt has a stain on it or something on it. It's cute.
Thank you.
He's so cute. I tell him, Dave, the food goes in your mouth, not on your shirt. Anyway, but yeah, I don't treat I don't get blood out of anything because I'm fine with it. It's kind
Right.
of like a battle scar kind of thing. Anyway.
Anyways,
Thanks for asking.
I'm looking for the QR code for the spray. There it is. Gang, one more time. We got to talk about, where is it? I've got the shirt on. This is the most incredible product. I'm telling you, my cat's having a really hard time with the outside cats. Something Fishy, gang. Grab that QR code right there. Right here on the shirt. Something Fishy. Kelly, how bitchin' is this stuff?
Oh, gosh. I can't even tell you. It's awesome.
We couldn't operate in our house without this stuff, gang. Marley, love Marley, but he loves to mark. Our cats now have decided they want to mark.
Don't get us started on the cats.
So the smell all the time is a big deal. And we told Brandon, the maker of this, the chemist that designed this product, that if we took this to our house in Cabo and it got rid of the monkey smell, that we would endorse him 100%.
Yes, and it does that. It is
this stuff is
product.
incredible, gang. You want to grab some of this. Shayla sells it at the fish market in Dana Point. This stuff is incredible for fishing. This stuff's incredible for lobster fishing. If you got that garbage attractant on your hands, like Justin did last night, all you got to do is take a little spray. Rub your hands together. No more smell. No more smell except the beautiful smell that comes off of this stuff.
It's nice. And I have one in my purse, actually. I could support, in the car or the truck. And it's just nice to have. I put it there in every bathroom we have here. They're everywhere. Something's Fishy, gang. It'll change your life. These are little tiny bottles. They'll change your life, though. Once you guys try this, you're not going to be disappointed. I'm telling you, you got odor problems. You go fishing. You're chopping up the bait. You're chopping up the squid. We all know. Greg was talking about it last night or last week on Friday's show when he was fishing albacore every day. When he would go to sleep, his stench on his arm from ripping the albacore's skin off. And Devo, you remember? Let's take a shower. This is, you can't. You're working. You're working 2 or 3 days at a time. You don't get to take a shower. Grab the QR code, gang. Get some of the Something Fishy. You will not be disappointed. This stuff is incredible. I just had to mention it again because it's great.
It's really incredible. And we're sitting here with Marley, and the room smells phenomenal.
Oh, and Tim, no, the Bishop shirt is not. I didn't even put it in the dryer when Dave wore it just the other day. Remember, you came home. I had it hanging because I usually throw everything in the dryer. But the Bishop t-shirt, I had it hanging. I don't want it to shrink or get, So no, that one we're taking extra care of that.
Yes, sir. There's Marley. We were just talking about you, little bud.
Hi, buddy.
He just jumped up there above Kelly's head. Want to say hi to everybody. There's our little monkey. That's our little baby monkey. His head's the size of your thumb. Gang, when people come here, Mike Lewis, you can back me up on this. When people come here and meet Marley, and Kelly, I always bring everyone over to our house to meet Marley. I do. When you come into Cabo, I like to pick you up at the airport. I like to show you around, and I like to take you to my house and introduce you to my monkey. He's
not only your saltwater guide, he's your Cabo guide or your
tour guide of Cabo San Lucas. Take you to the beach, go feed fish like Mike and Jamie got to do. Yeah. And so many of our members have gotten to hang out with us. I bring you over here to meet my monkey. It's pretty spectacular.
Everybody loves Marley, and Marley loves to see new faces because he sees us every day. So whenever you do bring somebody over, Marley's very happy.
But it's amazing how little he is. Everyone's blown away when they meet him because his head is the size of your thumb.
Mm-hmm. He's just so tiny, and he has the most beautiful brown eyes. They're just so expressive, and
turns his little head sideways and just looks at your soul.
We're talking about you, little monkey.
Just looks in your soul. He's like, you guys aren't going to hurt me, because I think he got hurt really bad when he was little.
Okay, we don't want to talk about that.
Okay, sorry.
All right, so that's it for the questions. That's all we have.
We're all done?
We're at the hour. We are going for an hour.
No, there's a whole bunch.
No, there's not.
Oh, she doesn't want to answer you guys.
No, stop. David, these are not. Do you want me to
I know, I'm teasing.
Okay, you want me to tell you what Albert, your mechanic, said?
Yeah.
No, we answered all the questions, silly.
Gang, thanks for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you for always making us comfortable and feel good about what we're doing. We really do appreciate it. We got so many people watching now. Last night, absolutely incredible.
I couldn't believe how many people were watching last night. That was pretty, and right up until the very end too. That was.
There was over 100 people watching when he shut it down.
Yeah.
that's incredible. When we first started, we had 20, 30 people watching. This is only the 4th trip, and we had 20,000 watched minutes. And right now, I think it's 25,000 views on Facebook.
Ace High says that you and Spider had a no shower contest working on the Amigo. I heard about that. I've heard about, like, Dave, you mentioned
33 days.
Your pants would stand
33 days. I won. I went
That's
33 days. We wore jeans back then. Levi 501s. And me and Spider, we could take our Kenny Smith, my best buddy in the whole world, grew up together since we were little kids. We could take our pants and rub our hands down like this, and it would crease them because of all the dead fish slime on them. And it would crease them, and then we'd walk around going, look, we got dress pants on.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, when I tell you guys the 70s were gnarly, you'd have no idea. You can only comprehend, kind of guess. You don't really know because it was pretty unbelievable. But my attorney says I'm not allowed to talk about it. So we're not talking about it. But 33 days, I won.
Good for you.
We used to do our laundry off the boat. We used to take our pants, put them in a bucket of water, soap and bleach, and shake them up and down in there, and then throw them on the stern line and let them run behind the boat on the way home at 10 knots and let them beat themselves back there. And then we take them and put them on the overhead and let them dry out. They were covered in salt, but oh my God, they were clean.
Okay.
Woo-hoo!
We'll take your word for it.
Yeah, he did. He finally threw all our clothes over the side. It was horrible.
You know, I have to say a funny thing about Mike Thompson. So I had heard all these crazy stories about Mike Thompson, who is the owner of the
Newport Landing, Davy's Locker.
I heard, so he's Dave's
mentor.
He's Dave's mentor. Dave, learned everything from him.
A lot about fishing.
Yes. But Dave, explained to me a lot of times about how Mr. Thompson's ways of teaching were different. Maybe, I don't know. And Dave portrayed him as like a scary guy, like he was kind of mean and the day I finally met him at some function, some fundraiser, I don't even remember what it was. He was the nicest guy and just so sweet. And I had a hard time believing that he was actually the Mike Thompson. But yeah, that was funny.
Wiggy.
Yeah. Very nice man.
Gang, I hope you enjoyed our show today. Please, I know I'm begging, but leave us some tips. Leave us some stars. It helps feed all the animals. Kelly girl, thank you for being on the show again.
Oh, you're
Beautiful welcome. Thursday. I love Thursdays, hanging out with you. Game Plan Thursday, John Stanley. We got some stuff to talk about, but you know the drill. I mean, we're talking, got to go fishing. And it looks like it's going to be a beautiful weather window Saturday and Sunday. Friday looks a little breezy, but then Saturday and Sunday look really good. Gang, check out our website. What's our website?
YourSaltwaterGuide.com. And don't forget to check out those gift certificates for $350. No, not $350. That special
lifetime membership.
Lifetime membership, but gift certificates.
Pablo,
Sonny. How do they get these? How can they
Pablo,
get their hands
Sonny, and Justin are selling gift certificates.
So what they call one of
those guys, okay. You get a gift certificate for a guided trip with Pablo, Sonny, or Justin. I can't even. The three of them came up with the number $500. I wouldn't do it for that, but they did. They're giving you guys a Christmas gift. It's usually $1,000 to go out with them for the day. And we got booger eaters that are charging $2,000 to go, and they're one-dimensional. They can catch a bluefin when they're biting right behind the boat, and they're charging you $2,000 to go on your boat with you. We're multi-dimensional. My guys, Pablo, Sonny, and Justin, they know how to fish for fish. They don't know, I'm a bluefin expert. They're a fish expert. They know how to catch the fish that are swimming in the ocean. Plus, they know how to take care of your electronics, everything you need to know. That's why I hired the three of them. They're very, very good at what they do. They kind of go about everything the way your saltwater guide does. So that's why we're very happy to have them. But to go out with them for $500 for the day, that's a hell of a deal.
A great deal.
If somebody in your family is looking for a gift or you don't know what to get your spouse, those of you that are listening, share this with your
Or for
wife or your
yourself.
husband,
Give
or
yourself
buy
a
them for
gift.
yourself. And
That's
just
what
get
I
out
do.
there on the water, bring a couple buddies and go fishing with Sonny or Justin or Pablo on your boat, and those guys will take care of everything for you. That's a hell of a deal, and they're doing that till the end of the year. January 1st, 2024, there'll be no more $500 deals, but take advantage of it. I'm telling you.
And when does the lifetime membership, the $350 lifetime membership deal, when does that end? Or how long does that
January 1st, 2024, we will, I guarantee you, the price of your saltwater guide is going up tremendously. $29.99 a month is what it's going to be. It's $9.99 right now. It's going to go to $29.99, and the bundles are going to be $200 a piece. So you do the math. Is $350 worth it? I don't know. How long are you going to live? If you're going to live more than a year and a half, it's probably pretty worth it. But $350. Kelly Girl's hoping you wait until January 1st. She's already got her order in at Sephora. So,
no.
Really, gang, take advantage of this. It's a great gift, great present for yourself. Do something for you for a change.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Love you, baby. Thanks for being with us today, everybody. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you so much. Thanks for all your comments, questions. And if we didn't get to your question or your comment, so sorry. It's my fault because I was in charge of all that today. She's taking
control of the telephone. She won't let me touch it.
Yeah.
All right, gang.
Bye. Have a great rest of your day.
Good night.
We'll see you.
Goodbye.
We'll see you next